What is up, y'all? Happy freaking New Year's. Today I'm going to be calling some mobile home park owners. People keep asking me about it. They want to learn more about it. Let me go live on Instagram too here. All right, and I like to do these lives because I can answer everybody's questions all at once. And I got a pretty simple process. All right, so like legit, I'll Google expired mobile home parks, right? Whatever state area that I'm looking for. I like mobile home park store. I'll take you through this whole process, but right now I have a lead to call. All right, so we're gonna call them. This one is in George West, Texas. I'm interested in this park. It has like a $400,000 NOI. We're gonna get all the information from them. I saw it online. What I'm not interested in is the area, so I'm really curious how they're evaluating it. But let's hop to it. These people called me yesterday. All right, they left me a voicemail yesterday. I'm gonna give them a text message here. Sorry, I missed your call yesterday. When's a good time to talk? All right, we'll see what they say. I love whenever there's read messages because I know that they saw my message. Anyway, here's another park I'm interested in that I was calling on yesterday. There's an agent involved, the people told me, so I'm going to call the agent.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for...
Ooh, I don't think agents should do that. I do not think they should use that screening service because they're really losing clients that way. You know, because your iPhone lets you do like a screening service now. That sucks. Poor people trying to sell their park. They've been trying to sell it for like a year. Anyway, let's find some more leads here. I'm going to walk you through my process. I already told you I went to, expired mobile home parks. I'm looking nationwide right now. This one happens to be in Aransas Pass. So, oh, no, I just called them. Let's keep looking. All right, now I'm like looking at a list of just parks that have expired on the market. Right, they never sold. Here's a 55 community. I don't mess with that because it's harder to find a buyer, or I don't want it. I'd buy parks, but they got to be 100 units or more. All right, here's one. It's in California. It's 27 lots. It expired. Oh no, it's sold. Okay, we're not gonna call sold listings. It said sold. Here's another one, but I like to see. They'll tell you how many lots are there. So. Here's one right here. Oh, portfolios. I don't like to call because they're split among a lot of places. Here's one right here in Dimmitt, Texas. I'm not a big fan of the area, but that's okay. It expired on the market. We can always wholesale it. They have a description here. It's city sewer, city water. That's huge with a mobile home park. Total occupancy 72%. It says that they make $250 per lot. All right. There's no phone number. Usually isn't, but they have the name of the park. This one is North Village. All right, so I'm going to Google this. Oh, did these people call me back? These people for this park, I think. Let me see if she called me back. Hang on. Yeah, she called me back. Let's give them a call for this one that I was interested in, George West.
Hi, this is Wanda. Can I help you?
Hey, Wanda, this is Travis. Sorry, I think we're playing phone tag.
Oh, yes, sir.
Are you the owner of the park over there in George West?
No, I'm just a property manager, sir.
Okay. Do you have details on it? Are they still selling it? Do you know?
I don't know. When's the last time you saw it listed?
I think it's expired. The listing that I found was expired, so maybe it might have been like last year. So I don't know if they sold it already or if they were still looking to sell it, just couldn't on the market.
Well, I've been here over a year, and when I took over the manager of the property, they had just sold it.
Okay, so it was sold.
Yeah, so it used to be Manning RV Park. Now it's George West RV Park Cabin and Camp.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I appreciate it.
Okay, all right, but thank you. But hey, anything's for sale. You know how that goes.
For sure. All right, well, thank you so much.
Okay, you have a happy New Year. Thank you.
Too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Damn, that one was good. Somebody snagged that. It was like $400,000 NOI on that one. I missed it. You know, I guess they sold it last year. I stopped looking for a while because my single family stuff just got wild, but I'm really focusing more on this now. All right, let's see if we can find an owner's phone number for this. All right, so here's what I did. I copied and pasted because you're going to get like vague details on expired listings. This is why like lead companies aren't selling these. It's a lot of work, but you can make a lot of money. All right, so what is this? Okay. I copied and pasted in here, and then it gives me the address of the park. But that's not the right park, even though it's named the same. All right, I'm going to have to put the city in Google. There's a lot of like recon work with these things. Okay, I found it on LoopNet. It's no longer advertised. And sometimes they say expired, they've been sold. That's with anything. I also have a VA that'll pull these lists for me. But I can see the old listing. I can see the lot size. It's 1.8 acres. I've got the address now. What am I going to do with the address? I'm going to throw the address in PropStream. All right. And I'm going to see who owns it. All right. I got their LLC now. Now I'm going to go to their linked properties to see what all they own, see what their primary address is. It's a P.O. box. They're smart. They don't want us contacting them, right? However, I can go through all the properties they own, and a lot of times they'll slip up and they use their personal name on one of them. And I just found their name, if that makes sense. Jaime Gonzalez. Gotcha. So now I know who owns it, right? But I can find that with like Bizopedia. So, because they have a P.O. box as their mailing address. Tell me if you want to follow them. But I've got their LLC, so I'm going to put their LLC in Google. And I get Open Corporates. I get Bizopedia. I like Bizopedia. Let me see if this is the right, if it adds up. Nope. That's not the right one. Okay, Open Corporates wants me to verify I'm a human and I have to do puzzles. Please drag the icon on the right to the place where it fits. Okay, it's annoying. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing puzzles to verify I'm a human, and then we'll proceed with our programming. All right, cool. Oh, damn, this is interesting. It says in 21 they got forfeited for taxes. This LLC that owns this park. This is pretty interesting. But it doesn't say who the name is. Log in to see this data. Okay, let me sign in. I like this kind of stuff because if they forfeited their LLC, we could get this thing cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. All right, here's the officers. But I don't have an address here. I know we keep having to search because I'm super interested in this one. This is the kind of stuff. Like when you run into a wall and it's not easy, that's good. That's a good thing. Damn, this is very... give me a second, y'all. How the hell are we going to find this one? Let's see. Okay, we'll go to MLS details because it was listed on the MLS. We can't, I don't think I can find them directly, but it shows this thing. Oh, they ended up selling it. They ended up selling it. It shows here on PropStream. They ended up selling it. Damn it. Okay. We almost wasted time. So what I did, since I couldn't find the LLC, I couldn't find the address to skip trace them. They had a P.O. box. They covered their tracks. I went and checked the MLS details to see when it was listed, to see if the agent on record, like that was selling it was listed, but she was, and they ended up selling it. So for whatever reason, it wasn't updated on this website. So let's keep rolling. I just didn't update it. All right, we got another one in North Dakota. This is a grind, y'all, but it's cool. I like it because like I don't have any competition, you know. Okay, these people have a park. They don't have any. They're not making money, so I'm gonna keep going. I don't want like just raw land, right? For this, just me personally. All right, here's one. I want one that's already built, right? That I could buy or assign. All right, here's an expired one in Birmingham. Oh, they got storage and mobile home park together. I like this. All right, let's check this out. Let's make sure it says this listing is expired, okay? But there's no address. Let's see if I can find one in the description here. I'm gonna go and see if y'all have any questions. Blah, blah. Okay. Hi. Would a kid be proud of you? Grew up to be, why or why not? Hopefully. Edwin, what is up, man? Brother, I just joined. I don't know what this is, about what's happening. I'm calling mobile home parks. Why you got a blood tattoo on your shoulder? I don't have a blood tattoo on my shoulder. Let's see. You putting folks on. Okay. Man, YouTube comments are so weird. What's the last property you sold? Oh, snap. What the hell? All right. YouTube is awesome. Like, there are some weird ass people on there. All right. Let's keep going. They either on there to like flex ego, or they on there because they're weird as hell. But there's one normal person. Edwin, shout out to you for being normal, man. All right, so we're going to look for the address of this park. It's not here. This is how I find mobile home parks, y'all. I'm buying 140 unit next month, an 88 unit next month. I have 2 more under contract that I'm assigning right now. Right. So like everybody that's looking for this low hanging fruit stuff and doing the same thing everybody else is doing, nobody's doing what I'm doing right now. That's why I'm on here telling you about it. Right. You're like, why would you do that if nobody's doing it? Because it's cool. All right. I find expired mobile home parks or mobile home parks on Mobile Home Park Store online. Pretty simple. Right. But it's kind of tough because when they expire, they don't have all the information on some of these listings. Like if I can get an address, I'm cool. And that's what I was showing you earlier. Like any address is cool with me. Like and if it's a portfolio, you're going to go on a rabbit chase if it's expired, because a portfolio means it's several parks. Right. All right, here we go. There is, see, and at 9 lots, like I don't mess with anything under 15. Like it's just not worth it. Anything under 15 lots is not worth it. Like here's one right here. It's in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. All right, I'm gonna click on it. I already told y'all where I was finding these, right? Google expired mobile home parks. This one has an address, which is cool. So I'm gonna be able to find this. All right, there's 27 lots, 22 of them are park owned. It's on 6 acres. All right, cool. They've got the NOI income. They say that NOI is net operating income. That's what they bring in, like net per month, per year. Right, so it's 120,000. We like to buy on a 10 cap, all right. And sometimes it'll tell you what cap they're selling on. It doesn't say here. Let's find these people and see if we can give them a call. All right, I'm just going to copy and paste the address. I'm going to put it in PropStream. Let's see if I can find it. Sometimes in Prop, like, you've got to really like delete most of the address to get it to pull up. If y'all deal with it, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so that didn't pull up. Somebody said steak is good. Dude, I worry for people on YouTube. Like straight up. All right. I'm going to, so the address didn't pull up in PropStream. I'm going to see if I can find it on online, somewhere online. I need to see if I can find this. All right, I found some units that they're selling. I need a phone number. I need an owner. I need something here, which I'll find it. Because I really am interested in this. This looks like a cool park. I could see that. All right, so if I could get an address to pull up, I can go to the previous listing. Here's an address right here. All right, let's put this in prop. It's different than the one that they listed online. They don't work. Damn. Some of these work, some of these don't. If y'all got any questions on it, let me know, like what the hell I'm talking about, or my process. But I've texted a bunch of people too. All right, I've got someone texting me. They're sending me financials, so that's a win. Here's one. Listing sold. Sold. I'm looking for expired. All right, here's one. Dexter, New York. It says it's off market. See, but I really want expired. But let's see. Dexter, New York. Let's just see what the hell it's about. They tried to sell it at some time. I got the address up here. There's 29 units. We'll put it in PropStream. Really want to get on it. I want to get a lead on the phone for y'all so y'all can hear this. All right, I'm gonna go to MLS details. I got the agent that listed it last, so it's badass. But I don't know if they just listed one of them. So I'm gonna go actually find the owner because I'm not gonna call the agent first. Finally. I got a break. So their mailing address is their home address. Who owns this park? All right. So I'm going to go to True People Search. I'm going to put their home address in here. I'm going to give them a call. We caught a break, y'all. So let me put this in True People Search. I'm going to look at it again. It's a weird address. Allen Road. All right, True People. So you see how many tabs I have open right now. It's kind of ridiculous. Allen Road. All right, and they are in Peru, New York. Boom. All right, let's see if we get anything up here. Interesting. Nothing came up for that. Go figure. So now we're gonna find who owns their entity. It's a corporation. Okay, they have a website, so that's cool. Oh, found them. Boom. Here we go. I'm gonna put their number on their site. Into my phone, and I really want to see if it like turns blue. You know, like if it's a office number, if it's a cell phone. Understand? Yep, it turned blue. Hell yeah! All right. Still interested? Or, you know what? Let's just give them a call first. That way y'all can hear this. All right. I like texting and then calling. But let's check this out. This wasn't actually an expired one. It's just off market.
Hi, this is Rich. I'm unavailable to take your call. Over.
All right, let's leave Rich a message. Would you like to sell your park? Where's this at again? In Dexter, New York. In Dexter. I like to keep it personal. Like, I don't want to be like some long ass message, right? Probably should have run that DNC because I have been sued for calling people on DNC before. I usually run it, but they had a public website with their number on it. You know, I'm pretty sure like that's all right. All right, let's keep rolling. This one is in Chattanooga. Maybe not. I might have been pronouncing that right because that's in New York. This listing is off market, 33 units. They got the financials. I like this. They got a well and septic. I would definitely wholesale that. I don't personally like to buy stuff with a well. Because when you buy a mobile home park with a water well, you become a water company. You know, you have guidelines, like government guidelines. Like you got to treat the water in the well, all this stuff. I don't see this address on here. So let's keep rolling. Sometimes they come up, sometimes they don't. This is why this is lucrative. All right, this one has 129 lots. I like this. Hopefully I got an address. Oh, they tried to sell this one for $3 million. They got a well, sewer treatment plan, 129 spots. All right, cool. So this was listed. I don't know if it's sold, if it expired. Doesn't look updated. It just says it's off market. So I've got the address. Let's see if it comes up here. Let's see if I get lucky. I'm going to throw it off in PropStream. What's going on here? I'm getting a ton of emails all of a sudden. Oh, wires are being sent, I guess, for my mortgages. Damn. Didn't come up in prop, so I'm going to have to actually find them. But I'm going to because 129 lots is definitely worth it. Definitely worth doing some additional deep dive here. Oh, I see why. Because sometimes if you put these websites into like Google, it'll tell you how to do them differently. Like this one's M&W Drive. And so instead of the and sign, it was like spelled out and. All that stuff matters when you use like comping software. Yep, pulled up. All right, I see who owns it. I see their mailing address. It doesn't look like it was on MLS. I'm gonna look. Oh damn, they just bought this park last year. But you know what? For the hell of it, we already got it pulled up. Let's see if they want to sell this freaking thing. All right, maybe they bought it and just don't want it anymore. Even though, very unlikely, you never know. Let's see, I got them up on Visipedia. Okay, this one's easy. It says their mailing address and it says who the person is that owns the company. They own the whole company. So, I will find them. True People Search, reverse address. And I guarantee you, like, if you're doing this, like you're getting very unique leads. Stuff like this is you make good money when it pays off. Found him. I found him. All right. Here he is. I got his phone number too. Let me see if he's on the DNC list. I'm gonna copy and paste his phone number. I've got a DNC thing that I like to use. I don't know if I have it pulled up right now. Let me see. Yep, I got it. I use freednclist.com. You can just put any phone number in there and you can check the number. This is not on the DNC list, so we can call this guy about his park and we can't get in trouble for it. All right. So maybe this will be a good one. And these kind of people, like, say they're not selling this park, they might have another park, or they might be interested in lending on a park. So make sure you ask those kind of questions. I think the town's called Muscatine.
Hello?
Hello, is Chad available?
Hello?
Hello, is Chad available?
No, this isn't a number.
Oh, sorry. Damn, that sucks. Let me see if I put it in right. Dang it. Hang on, let's see if hopefully I fat fingered it. Nope, that's what's under this dude's name. So that sucks. Let's keep rolling. Let me see if y'all got anything in the comments. Did you spend time in the loony bin? Monster Red Bull. All right. Natty Daddy. Just gotten alive. How you finding them? All right. Finally, a useful question. I'm 10 minutes late answering this. Melviva Vasquez, whatever, Vasquez, sorry. All right. Google expired mobile home parks. All right. You're going to see mobile home park store come up. All right. Now I want you to go in there and find the owners. Make sure you DNC so you don't get in trouble if you call them, and see if they want to sell. Right? That's all I'm doing. How are you finding buyers to assign to? All right. So if you go to Facebook, two ways. If you go to Facebook, there's tons of groups. You can just type in mobile home park, RV park, whatever, and you put them in there, right? And here's another tip. So the owners, once you get financial information from them, if you don't know what you're doing, cool. You have ChatGPT now. Throw all the financials in ChatGPT. Have it break it down for you, all right? And then say, help me make a post, right, to assign this. And what's a good assignment fee and a good deal for the buyer? You have ChatGPT for this stuff now, right? So you don't have to be super experienced. So that's what's cool. And they have bigger spreads. What are you trying to find? I just explained that. Flex them muscles. Here you go. Flex it. There you go. I actually need to look at, hang on. I actually need to look at Facebook right now to see if anybody has comments on there, because it doesn't let me look. Weird. It doesn't let me like see it on here. All I can see is YouTube. So I can't see all of them for some reason. But that's all right. Let's keep rolling. We need to get a good seller call. So I actually have a coaching call I got to do in a little while. So I want to get on a seller call with y'all. We'll get one. It just takes a little time. That way you can hear, what's all goes into this. All right, I got an address here. This one's in High Springs, Florida. All right, it's an off market. Looks like it was listed at some time. We don't know when. But you can find out when if you just copy and paste in like PropStream, the address that it gives you. All right, so grab the address out of Mobile Home Park Store, throw it in PropStream. All right, then go to if you're not good at finding the owner, you want to skip it, just call the agent under MLS details if it was listed before. That's a good little hack. You have to, pay their commission or whatever. But all right, here's an off-market listing. We're going to put this address in there. See if it yields any results. Some of these don't, because they don't put the right address without like an NDA sometimes. So you have to do a little digging. Like they'll say like this one has a name of the park. So and sometimes the number's in the description of the old listing. So you need to look for that too. All right, like here's the name of the park. Let's see if it's right. I'll put the name and see if there's such a park. There's not. They put the wrong name. So we're going to keep going. This is exactly how I locked up the last 3 parks. It's the exact process. So You got weird ass people in here not paying attention. They're talking about who knows what. And you got people that want to learn, right? This is game. Like, this is straight up game. All right, let's see if this address works. Here we go. We got one. This address worked. This one's in New York. Let's see who owns this mofo. It's in a trust, but I have the mailing address. All right, cool. I want to see linked properties because I want to see the name of the people in the trust. And I got them. All right. I can even see who the trustee is. Donald G. That's who I need to talk to. So I'm going to reverse address search this. And y'all bear with me because we are going to get on a call very soon. All right, Joy Road in Norfolk. There it is. All right. Boom, found this dude. He's 95 years old. Okay. Which might not be a horrible thing. Let's see who else is in this trust, though. Damn. I mean, maybe he can talk. I don't know. Let's just check it out. View details. Yeah, no. His number. I could try it. Let's see. All right. We'll call the other people in this trust too. This is actually a juicy one because this dude might be dead. Hello. Hey, I was giving you a shout to see if you wanted to sell your park still over there in Norwood.
Sell what?
Your mobile home park over there in Norwood. Do I have the correct number?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Are you in?
I'll let you talk to my husband.
Okay. They're 95 years old. I'm telling you, it takes work, but watch how premium of leads these are.
6 minutes, get him.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all saw my ass jabbering for 30 minutes, just researching through the gold, right? Through the dirt to find the gold. We got a premium ass lead. You know she being 95 years old ain't gonna go find her husband across the house if there ain't something to it. I got it on mute right now. I don't know if those are wind chimes or what. But damn, that's loud. She going all the way across the house. She's not hitting something.
I'm trying to get his attention. He's in the car.
Okay, I'm here.
He's getting out.
Okay,
I think.
thank you. She's waiting for her husband to get out of the car, get to the house, all the stuff. I don't know what that dinghy is. I don't know if that's how they communicate across the house or what. She's ringing his bell. Yeah, my ears too. You should hear how it is in person. Okay, thank you. Yeah, hard work does pay. Like, how do you find the owners? Do you just look up the mobile home properties? Okay, so Google, do it right now. You can open a separate tab if it'll let you. I don't know how you're watching this, but open a tab on your computer. This is like super simple. This part, the finding it's easy, getting a hold of the people isn't. That's why you don't have any competition. All right. So Google expired mobile home parks, whatever state you're interested in, or just in general if you're interested nationwide. I like mobile home park store. You're going to see X amount of expired listings.
Yes. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Donnie, it's Travis. How's it going today?
Good.
Good. I was interested in your park over there on Maple Street. Are you interested in selling that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How much do you want for it?
Well, I was thinking about 200,000.
Okay. How much? And if you're okay, I just got a couple questions to see if it's a good fit for us. We're looking for one over there. How much are you bringing in a month?
Well, I'm not bringing in so much because I never raised the rent on it. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
See, so I was going to raise the rent, but then I kept thinking maybe you better off to sell it and let the person that buys it raise the rent. You don't know what I mean?
For sure.
You know? So I'm getting about $275 a month per trailer, you know.
How many trailers are rented?
I think it's 10, 11.
Okay.
10, 11.
And those are the tenants own their own trailers, or do you own them?
Well, some of them I think I'm going to be owning because there's one guy that's way behind in his rent, and I'm going to evict him. And he can't move his trailer because of the code. He can stay there on that lot, grandfather's in, but if he moved it, he can't move it because there's no place to move it.
Yeah. That
You,
makes sense.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yes, sir.
Code, you know, you got an old trailer that is on a lot, and you figure you can move it some other place, but because of the age of the trailer, you can't. See,
Yeah.
they tell him, well, I know he doesn't have the money to move it anyway, so I'm going to get that trailer. And so whoever buys the trailer park will get the trailer with it, you know.
Okay.
It'll be a trailer that they get. It looks good on the other side. It's real good on the other side. But like I said, he just didn't. I had him evicted before, but he moved back in. And I should have took him to court then, because he's actually trespassing. You know,
Yeah.
you can't be evicted and then move back in. But the thing is that him and his girlfriend, the trailer was in his girlfriend's name, and she just turned the trailer over in his name, and he moved right back in. You know.
Damn.
That man, he gave.
Okay. So you're probably bringing in about $27.50 a month.
Something like that. I don't know. I'm not. Something like that. See, but I mean, it's got a lot of potential. It's. I'm not sure, but it's 5 acres of land, and I got some maps of the trailer park. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
In fact, I got one real good one that's I had taken solo. You know, it shows the trailers. You know,
Yeah.
it shows the park and the road and everything. You know, and
Yeah.
well, you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
And it's got a lot of potential. The only reason why that I want to sell it, and thing is that I'm 89 years old. See.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a lot of that myself, but now it got so that I can't, a lot of stuff like picking up the trash and mowing the lawn and plowing and everything. So now I'm contracted out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See? And I just want to more or less go on a 4-week something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not be, see, it was always some chore I had to do. I had to make sure that the garbage was picked up, and if I had a problem with the water, I'd have to have it fixed and everything like that. But I can tell you a little bit about the trailer park.
For sure. That'd help a lot.
First of all, it has all new water about in the 90s, I guess. See, in other words, there's all copper line, copper pipe in there for the water, and then it's all new sewer. See, lying in the park itself, on the ground and everything, the park itself, and I had put all new wiring in because that's the only thing when I bought the trailer park there, it wasn't really done, was it had some old wiring, you know, like 60 amp meters and stuff like that. So all the, I think 100 amps, I think, whatever the most there is, you know. In other words, you could put a trailer in there and you could have electric heat. So it's got everything on the ground is all done. See, and that's, then there's no way it's going to deteriorate. The pipes can deteriorate in 20 years, you know. See, and I bought the trailer park and it was a year before the ice storm, so it's 1997. I think 98 was the ice storm, and because once I bought that trailer park, and then they had the ice storm right after that, you know. That's why I know when I bought it, and I've been keeping the main road every year. You know, I've been putting the fine crusher run in the potholes, everything, and they build it up so the road has got a good foundation. You know what I mean? It's all crusher run for 20 years because I've been putting in. I know I've been putting in about 4 ton a year. You know, and that's 20 years, and that's quite a bit of crusher run. You know.
Yeah.
See. And so it's all the fine crusher run too, which packs real good, you know. See, it's nothing like the inch and a half and the 2 inch, you know. It packs real good, and it does pack real good. See, and when I first bought the trailer park, I did have problems with. It had old circuit breakers on it, see, and then, like I said, I had it rewired, and I had Brian Haggett. I don't know if you know Brian Haggett. He passed away, but he did a lot of contracting work for the other guy that, like he had the water in and the sewer, and I got him to put to dig and put the wiring in, no wiring in, so it's been all rewired, and in other words, you can put any kind of trailer in there, and it doesn't have the old type meters, you know, before it had the some old type one with big fuses and everything like that. See, so like I said, the wiring is all new and the water and sewer, it's been put in the around, I would say 1996 or something like that. I think was when it put in, you know. See, but the biggest problem with me, I never raised them. In fact, I don't even know what they get in Norwood, but I mean in Norfolk or anything like that, you know. But it's a good deal if anybody is in the business of. Now, where do you live?
I actually live in Texas. We buy nationwide, so I have partners all over the country.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I saw yours. Was super interested. Do you pay the bill? Do you pay the utilities, or did the tenants pay those?
No, I pay the bill.
Okay.
The bill is 3 times a year, and it's the water and sewer. I'm just trying to figure out what it is now, because I do but it all comes in. Uh, I don't if it's not being used, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It has to be being used, you know. Has to be a trailer in there, and I think it's $200 some dollars. Is I'm not sure, but I don't think it's a quarter. It might be a quarter.
For the
No, I don't think it's a quarter. I think it's 3 times a year that I have to pay, and so it's one complete shot, you know, and it takes it for the 3 times a year. I think that's what it is. I have to really check on it to be sure, you know.
yeah.
But then I do, like I said, I do have a house. We're in the village of Norwood, and then I go by that, you know, what it costs, you know. So I think it's something like $200 3 times a year. I think, yeah, that's for trailer, you know. See,
Yeah.
that's sewer and water. See, and there's no meter or nothing, so you can there's you can use as much water as you want, you know, and it isn't going to cost you anymore, you know.
Yeah. What about electric? Do you do that too?
They have to pay their own electric,
Okay. So you probably
and
pay.
their own cable, huh?
Okay. So
Huh?
you probably pay about $6,000 a year for water and sewer. 10,000.
I think that's well, I'm not sure right offhand, you know. Like I said, I think I pay it 3 times a year. I'm not sure. I think it's 3 times a year that I have to pay the thing, and they send me a bill, and they have, you know, just as many trailers that they have for the just as many trailers is.
Yeah. I guess. What do you think? What do you think you like bring in? Like not gross, but like what do you think you make on it per month if you were to just kind of guess?
Yeah, I have some other rental property too, you know,
Yeah.
some houses and everything that I went to, see, which is the houses are a lot easier because you only got one tenant, you know, see, and so I couldn't tell you offhand.
Okay. I'm guessing about 20,000 a year is probably what you're making.
Yeah, I think it is something like that.
Okay, based
Not
off
sure.
of yeah. Are you open to any kind of financing, or do you just want to cash out?
No, I like it to be cashed out because of my age.
Okay, that makes sense. Are you open to a cash offer that's less than the 200,000? If we could kind of close this thing quicker, sooner than later.
I don't know. I have to talk to my son about that.
Okay. Because what I'm thinking is it brings in like nets 20,000 a year. I see it on the tax roll for 119. I was thinking somewhere around 150 based off everything you're telling me. Would be a good cash price for us.
Well, I have to talk to him.
Okay. Do you want to give me a shout back, or should I give you a shout?
Well, you can give me a call back, you know.
Okay. When do you think you'll talk to your son next?
Pardon?
When do you think you'll talk
Have
to?
you looked at the property yet?
Just virtually, just online right now. I got all the pictures. I got the Google
I see.
view,
I see.
but I wanted to make sure it was something, that we saw eye to eye on before I push any further.
Mhm.
So I mean, whenever you think you'll talk to your son soon,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
okay, maybe give you a call. What, tomorrow? You think?
Geez, yeah. You can give me a call. I'll give you a temporary thing. I probably wouldn't be able to give you a thing, but I can
Yeah.
probably give you how we make it out.
Yeah. If you could just tell me if there was interest, then I could kind of push further on my end. But if not, no big deal either.
Yeah. Bye.
Great. Well, it's very good talking to you, Donnie, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. And Happy New Year.
Okay. Well, you have a happy New Year.
And again, my name's Travis Wells.
What's your last name?
Wells,
Travis?
Wells. Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good
I'll
day.
see you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
That was a banger call. Banger call. Very good potential. Big upside. There's 19 spots. All right. And they've got 13 tenant-owned home, meaning the tenants pay $275 for just the dirt that the homes sit on. All right. However, this thing isn't. It's separately metered for electric, but not for water. So I just budgeted like total $6,000 from what he's telling me for water, another $4,000 per year for whatever taxes, whatever it is. So I'm looking at it here. I'm thinking he thinks that they're bringing in $20,000 a year net. So it's a small park. Their financials online said $27,000, but that don't shake out after talking, right? So what that means is a lot of these are going to trade at a 10 cap or higher. So a 10 cap would be $20,000 divided by 10% is $200,000. I think it got to be a little higher, but there's a big upside. There's a lot of value add here because he's only renting out 11 spots out of 19. So there's 8 extra spots to make income on. So that's a good value add. Might be able to sell this on a 10 to 12 cap, right? So if I could get him at 150, I could probably resell this thing for like, 195, something like that, or assign it for 195. I think so. If I presented it correctly to the right buyer that was local that wanted this park, if it's public sewer, public water, it's a good little park, good little starter. So anyway, appreciate y'all hopping on. I got a coaching call I got to jump on. It's called Wholetails. Our taxes in the rears on this property. This thing's only taxed at $119,000. Everything's paid for online. This guy's owned this thing since 1990. It's charity. He's just old. He doesn't want to manage it. And for y'all getting into this, it's better to have a park that's 100 plus units if you're going to keep it, But, these things are very good to pick up. I flipped these for a couple $100,000 just putting people in, right? There's a lot of money to make. You don't do that on everyone. I mean, every deal's not a banker, even on the single family side, right? But this is good stuff to learn. Are you outside or in a bathroom? Neither. I'm in my room. I keep it dark. Anyway, appreciate y'all jumping on. Till next time.